Now the hardest part about question 6 is trying to figure out where the triangle is that we need. So let's think about it. So we're trying to find y here, right? We're trying to find y. We have a bunch of vertical dimensions, 2.25 and 0.50. And we also know the radius, or we know the diameter, and therefore we know the radius of this ball. And we know that the ball is tangent to the side right here. And we can see that if only we could calculate this distance right here, if only we could calculate this distance right here, we could subtract all of this to get y. Now, this part of the distance is easy. Or, sorry, not that part. This part of the distance is easy. That's just a radius. What we need, or let me just go further, this part is also easy because it's given to us. What we need is this distance right here. I know it's starting to get a little messy. Let's start to darken in. What we need is this navy blue area right here. Is what is missing from this equation. That's what's missing. And given that I know that the ball is tangent right here, and from the tangency point to the center is equal to the radius, which I also know, my triangle begins to form. There is our triangle. Let me draw this neater. So, from the center down to this point, up to the tangency point, to the center. We don't know much, but we know this is going to be equal to half of our angle given. So let's just redraw this triangle. How about that? So we're at an angle like that, then we're coming straight up and down. Let me grab this guy, bring it up there, so it's nice and clear. Now it becomes straightforward. So 63 degrees and 30 minutes, it's the same as 63.5, because 30 is half of 60. Let's divide that by 2 to find out what the angle is, 31.75 degrees. So I have, right here, I have 31.75 degrees. And then I have the radius, which is 0.75, right here. And I have my right angle. Here I have a side angle problem. Now let's quantify this vertical side as x, and then calculate for x. X is going to be equal to, or let's do sine of 31.75 equals 0.75 over x. Then we have x equals 0.75 over sine 31.75. Let me scroll up here. And then let's do that on our calculator. So the sine of 31.75 is 0.52 something. And then 0.75 divided by that is 1.42 something. So I'll say 1.42 ... because there's more to go. So that's x, but there's much more to this equation. Let's figure out what y is going to be. Y is going to be equal to all of this minus all of this. So that's going to be 0.75 plus x plus x plus 0.5. All of that is minus, let's go back here, 2.25 equals plus 0.75 plus 0.5 minus 2.25 equals 0.425 something. That rounded to significant digits. Looks like I got 2 significant digits as my lowest number. So 0.43. 0.43 is going to be my final number.